Upholstering, and basically what we've got today, we've got two chairs to upholster. Here we've got one that's been completed already, and we're going to now take you through the process of the recover of the second chair. As you can see, it's clearly been unpicked and taken back. Not being too particular about any straggly ends that are going to be on the inside. Once the recovery is on, it's going to have new foam on it and everything. So I'm going to take it through the process. I'm going to do an arm, show you the makings of the buttons in the in-back, and take it through its full process. And before we know it, we're going to end up with two pieces identical then, and hopefully one happy customer. So, okay. Yeah. Right. First we'll start with the arm. Doing here is we've got an arm required with leather piping on the edges. So in order for this to give a nice polished finish, the best method we're going to use for this is what's called back tack. Make sure all rough pieces, straggles, bits of all pieces of upholstery are all pushed in and out of the way. This piping will find its own home. And what I can do is the gun will sit into the channel. Its finish. Such as. So it gives a nice clean finish, not showing any of the old upholstery. Just going to do this on the outside. Same. Making sure it's pulled as tight as. That's it. Now what we're going to do to make sure that this is a nice clean line, I'm going to take a piece of back tack card available from all upholstery suppliers, and this is sat flush to the piping. It gives it a clean edge. As you can see, there's a bit of a void in between there. We're just going to peel that back. We're going to lay a fresh piece over the top. There's no extensive damage done to the original piece, so it just seems a shame to actually do away with it. Fold this back. Again, clean lines are always good to work. folds in. And then we can start to shape. And start making our cuts. Tucked under. Obviously being careful doing recovers. There's always a danger that you may have missed an odd staple, so make sure you've got all your staples taken out. Once this is on, we can now start to set this in place, just double checking to make sure that you've got a nice clean finish. Make a cut around the frame. That goes underneath, making sure it's pulled tight. That goes in like so. Put a temporary tack at the back, temporary staple at the back, just to hold everything in place. Just going to trim off any excess. You wouldn't generally use this much at the bottom of the sweep, but it's just to make sure that there's plenty to pull through, especially when you're doing a recover. And cut that around that frame. And there we have it. One arm completed.
Okay. On.
Right, now as you can see, both the arms, both completely covered. So as you can start to see the progress. So we're now going to work on the in-back, starting with putting some poly prop web and some canvas, and then refit the existing form and just make additions to it so that we can start with the buttons. Okay, so I'm just going to lay the piece of furniture on its back. Just set some poly prop webbing. I'm going to start by putting the web tight up to this corner, which allows us to give a better finish for the ends. Originally they weren't on, but over the years upholstery methods have changed. And not only that, it prevents a child from putting their hand down the back and getting it stuck. Put a few of these webs. Next, we'll take a piece of canvas, make a cut. Another cut round here. Just making sure